The Coast Guard and naval patrols in the country's EEZ and maritime territories have been religiously consistent. And though the military's modernization program has received much attention and financial support from the government, the AFP still needs far more than what government has provided thus far. Hence, the need to look elsewhere for supplemental financing from non-governmental sources, as our Patrick De Jesus covers in this report.
Amid the ongoing improvement of the country's defense, the modernization of the armed forces equipment continues. According to AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr., the plan to acquire a submarine under the AFP modernization program Horizon 3 remains in place.
Hopefully, it's a dream for us to get at least 2 submarines. We are an archipelago, and so we have to have this type of capability, because it's really difficult to defend the entire archipelago without submarines.
In recent years, the budget for the AFP modernization program has increased by 29%, with the government allocating 35 billion pesos for 2025. General Browner admits this amount is still not enough, especially with multi-year contracts still being paid for previously procured equipment. However, he says measures are being taken to secure additional funds through local and foreign financing.
In fact, we have had some offers already. So pinag-aaralan po natin yung legality nito. But sa lahat po ng tulong na pwedeng maibigay sa AFP, sa Philippine Coast Guard at sa iba pang ahensya ng gobyerno that are involved in securing our territory and our sovereign rights, these are all welcome to us.
This year, the delivery of 2 new corvettes from South Korea is expected, including the BRP Miguel Malvar, which will arrive in March. There will also be new landing dock ships and 6 offshore patrol vessels. Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard continues to monitor Chinese vessels within the country's exclusive economic zone. This includes the Chinese research vessel Lanhai 101, which was first detected within the country's archipelagic waters and was last spotted near the Babuyan Islands, heading back to China. Although the vessel previously informed authorities that its passage was due to bad weather conditions in the western part of Palawan, the PCG noted suspicious behavior as the vessel turned off its automatic identification system or transponder.
It keeps on entering the contiguous zone natin. Mini-maintain niya yung 23, 24, 25 nautical miles off the coast of our coastline. So although BRP Cabra keeps on pushing her further away from our contiguous zone, and yet insisting pa rin siyang pumasok.
Currently, the BRP Cabra is monitoring China Coast Guard 3304, which came within 43 nautical miles of Pangasinan. At Bajo de Masinloc, 4 China Coast Guard ships remain in the area, with the most recent arrival being CCG 5303, while the monster ship is still present. Despite this, the PCG assures the country has the capability to monitor any attempted reclamation at Scarborough Shoal, which the government considers a red line.
Yan ang priority ng ating mga lipad, ng ating aircraft, and also the intelligence gathering ng ating Philippine Coast Guard to make sure that the Chinese government are not carrying out illegal reclamation in Bajo de Masinloc. So far, we can say na the Chinese government are not doing reclamation in Bajo de Masinloc.
Today, the 7th multilateral maritime cooperative activity between the Philippines, Canada, and the United States was held in the West Philippine Sea, involving naval and air force units from the participating countries. From the People's Television Network, Patrick De Jesus, Balitang Pambansa.